Howdy. So, instead of mindlessly rambling about my art, I decided to write a script. Hopefully this works out a little bit better, and I make a bit more sense. Is it a lot more work for me? Absolutely, but I think it would be cool for these videos to actually have some sort of meaning instead of me just talking ad nauseum. Anyways, to actually talk about who I'm drawing, this is Mallard, the owner of Little Birds and Enalis' parental figure. She is a woman of many secrets and loves to keep tabs on everyone who enters her establishment, trying to find out any bits of information she can in hopes in one day she can use it to her advantage. She seeks profit and isn't much of a fighter. In fact, she uses her champions to do her dirty work so her hands stay clean. She created Little Birds because she saw a void in the market of bars, not being in the slums of Korzella Harbor. She took initiative to create her stake in the land and has become quite the popular bar in the area, providing entertainment for the people of the harbor. She has grown quite close to Buto, who she can't find any sort of secrets on, and is somewhat of a mystery to her. Buto aids Mallard in getting shipments of alcohol and providing the odd jobs to help the Little Birds when in the dry season of finances. When Enalis came to her, after his parents died, she capitalized on the opportunity to get him to join her ranks. She saw potential in Enalis, and Buto even agreed that the boy had some sort of spark that could further increase her profits. Despite being in a working relationship, Enalis and Mallard have grown quite close, and she doesn't just see him as some sort of way to gain money. And she actually hopes that he can move away from Aradonia. Now, that's enough about her background, I guess. Actually, one more thing, she is a bit of a foreigner to the land. She is not originally from Korzella Harbor and has moved in. But that was a really long time ago. And Buto helped her kind of get settled into the new area. But now I can move on to her design. Hurrah! So, her motif, the type of bird that she is a mallard, of course. I think mallard is a nice name. I quite enjoy it. Anyways, oops, I hit the desk. So, her colors are that of the mallard duck. And when she was little, she was fascinated with the birds and grew to love them. So whenever she moved to Korzella Harbor, she changed her name to Mallard in honor of her favorite animal. I tried to incorporate that little white part of their necks by using, I think it would be a ribbon. I also wanted her to look a bit more like a businesswoman. Despite the Aradonian designs not really fitting that type of archetype, I think I did a good enough job to represent that. I originally thought that using brown as a main color was going to be quite difficult, but it really wasn't. And originally on her top I had darker brown stripes, and on the fluffy part of her sleeves they were green tipped, but I thought it ended up clashing a little bit too much, so I decided to axe both of those. And putting together her palette, like I said, was a lot easier than I had anticipated originally. It only took me about 2 attempts to get it right, so that's pretty cool. And her design itself went through a few iterations. She was a bit more Aradonian at her first design, and her cheeks had makeup on it. And I didn't think it quite represented the type of character I had envisioned for her, so I had tried something else, and my next attempt looked a bit too much like a magical girl, so I scraped that out too. But I had tried an afro hairstyle, and I quite enjoyed how it looked, so instead of giving her the straight hair I had originally planned, I gave her that with some green highlights on, I don't know would it be her bangs? I'm not sure what that would be considered. Anyways, she also had some sort of veil or headpiece in the sketches, and even in the final design I did do of her, she had one. But when it came down to drawing her for this, I went against it because it didn't seem to belong to her character. Man, this was a lot quicker in recording. I'm only 4 minutes in, and I want this to be about 8 minutes. Am I gonna leave this in? Maybe for the rambling. I guess I can tell you a bit more about what my plans are for the future. So, my next video hopefully should be about Ayer, who is the current ruler of the Corsellia Harbor. I started drawing her, but it ended up like a total flop, so I am redesigning her. After Ayer, I'm planning to do one more character, and then I'm going to introduce the realm of Aradonia as a whole. And hopefully that'll be pretty fun, and I might do all of the realms with Aradonia, but we'll see how I'm feeling. It has been interesting doing this. I've only made like 2 videos before this, and I hope I can improve. Hopefully I do something. I'm hoping that I can fix the dark sides of this video, because I'm sure they might still be there, but I'm hoping to have a template of some sort or something to cover it up so it looks a little bit nicer. Well, I don't have much else to ramble about. I kind of got to talk about all the things I wanted to, so I hope you are having a great day, and I shall ramble at you again later. Goodbye.